I paint because it takes me away from everyday life. I paint because my mind is such a mess most of the time. I paint because I was diagnosed bipolar, and it helps me stay balanced. I paint because it's a way to escape and create. As I watch the paint move across the paper, it frees me from having to have all these terrible thoughts and all the stress that's compounding in life. It's just one moment in time where the only thing that matters is color. The color that goes on the page, sitting back and seeing how it lands, adding where it needs to be added to. Really just taking your time with it, playing with the water, seeing exactly what effects you've created and where you can improve. And with each shape, something new is created on the page. Just like with each decision in life, something new is created in your life with each decision you make. So each decision you make when you're painting is a mirror of each decision you make in your life. And maybe from the onset, the decision didn't look like the right one. Maybe it's too much or too little, or you don't know what the outcome is going to be. But the more you paint, and the more decisions you make, and the more action you take, the full picture starts coming to life. We question our decisions constantly. We want to go back and fix the parts that we don't like, add more paint, remove water, create a new one, step by step by step. We just keep walking the path. We keep making decisions. We keep adding paint to our painting, to our masterpiece that is our life. Sometimes we make really bad decisions. Sometimes we make really good decisions. All of them matter in what the outcome is. All of them matter because you can learn. You learn, you grow, you figure out how life moves and how you can make decisions based on how it all flows. I know I'm just rambling here, and I know that maybe it doesn't match the painting that you're watching right now, but I truly struggle. I struggle every day to stay balanced, to stay healthy, to do the best that I possibly can for myself and for my family. And most days, I feel like I'm not doing enough. And most days, I feel like I'm losing. But sometimes it takes a bold decision or a bold color to really create a different outcome. When you go at things really light or half-assed, sometimes it doesn't really play out the way that you want it to, but it's because you didn't go all in. And going all in can be really scary. Life can feel really scary, so much so that you feel paralyzed. Sometimes it's really hard to make a decision. In fact, I think most times it's really hard to make a decision because you just want to be comfortable. And when you're not comfortable, especially when you're not comfortable in your own skin, making a decision becomes even more challenging, because if you found comfort where you are in some way, even if it's not where you want to be, the fear of losing that comfort is strong enough to hinder you from making the changes that you need to make. And just like this art piece here, I don't know how it's going to turn out when I start. I have no idea. And with every line that I'm drawing, I'm questioning whether or not it's going to be right, whether it's going to turn out in a way that I like it. Did I make the right design? Did I just screw it up? It's the same thing with life. Am I making the right decisions? Am I doing it right? Am I doing well by my child? Am I doing well by my partner? Am I doing well by my uncle who I take care of? Am I going to end up with anything in life? Am I going to end up as anything in life? But what I know is that you just have to be present with every step, with every part of the painting. You have to stay present. And yes, you can have those questions. Yes, your mind is going to run. Yes, you're going to doubt yourself. Yes, you're going to run into things that really trip you up. But you're going to get back up and you're going to focus on what is happening right now, in this moment. What can I do in this moment to continue moving forward? That's why I like art. That's why I like doing my paintings, because I have to be present. And whether I'm questioning the outcome of the painting, I know that if I just keep moving forward, step by step, keep filling in the parts that need to be filled in, painting the parts that need to be painted, finding the colors that match my day and my mood, it really is going to come into something that I'll either love or hate. And it may not be what I was going for, but it'll be something. And usually it's something that you can work off of. You know, it's something that you can move forward with. With art, for me, one person can love something and the other person can hate it. So what does my perspective really mean? It's just my perspective. And it's the same thing with life. Every moment of every day you're making choices and you're moving forward. And every moment of every day you are creating something. And some days are just shitty. Sometimes you used the wrong color and it just didn't turn out. But what happened in that day? You learned you didn't like that color. So you can take the next day and choose a different color. Choose a different choice. Choose a different direction. Move in a different way than the way that didn't serve you. It's all confusing. It's all very... There's no plan. There's no script. There's no anything in this world that is going to allow you to know that you're going to be successful. But I know that if I continually tell myself that I'm unsuccessful, then I will be unsuccessful. So it's important to keep your mind moving forward and fill in the blanks where you see them and paint your painting as it comes. And really stop the negative voice inside your head. Use meditation, use art, use anything that you can to be present, to move through one movement at a time, one decision at a time. It takes work, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes a fearlessness that sometimes we don't have, but we just have to convince ourselves that we do. Or you just have to do it afraid. You have to do it regardless of the fear. You have to push yourself forward. I spent 4 years laying in bed with severe depression, and I did not push myself forward. I was stuck. I was confused and I was terrified. I didn't think that I could live outside of the situation that I was in, and the situation that I was in was really uncomfortable. That discomfort had become my comfort. And that's how a lot of us live. We live in a comfortable discomfort instead of choosing a new discomfort that can lead to an actual comfort. And it's really hard. It's hard to put yourself out there. It's hard to make those decisions to change. It's hard to make those decisions that you don't know what the outcome's going to be because you want to be safe. You want to be safe. We all want to feel safe. And it doesn't feel safe when you don't know the outcome. And it doesn't feel safe when you're risking everything because it could all fall down. But what else? It could all work out. It could all come to fruition. Everything that you ever dreamed of. You have to push the limits of what is possible. You have to add more and more to the design of your life. You have to figure out what works for you and use every lesson that came from what doesn't work to guide you into something that does work. Every time you fail and fall on your face, it is just a way of knowing that that's not the way to go. Every time you pick yourself up and push forward, you will end up with a complete and total masterpiece in your life.